Okay. Let's get out chat and make sure that everything's working. Sorry if I'm a little low energy. I haven't been sleeping well lately. Let's just claim for the time being. Is borrowing? Oh, it's just a Razorback. I don't really have incentive to do a lot of this stuff. Belly of the Beast is back. Um, I have to go to Earth to check out the rewards, right? Let's see what rewards there are. There, it's probably just arcanes, so I may or may not do them unless there's some really valuable arcanes from them that aren't just the Eidolon arcanes. Just to clarify, um, I'm so tired, you guys. My brain isn't all there. Huh? Where are you? Stupid Ordis. Okay, where's the shop? Normally Ordis is just sitting right here. Where is he? Is he in a relay? He might be in a relay. Let's see. Lorunda. Estrada. It told me where it was. Mercury. I believe they cap you at 2 of each arcane now. I'll grab some for everyone. Um, so you have to be part of a clan to grab Energize, Barrier, and Grace. Energize used to be such king stuff, you know? I'm gonna grab the Belly of the Beast emblem because I can. Um, okay, so I probably want volatile or honoraria. That's cool. That's really nice looking. I don't know what I use it for. Wait. There's Archon shards here. There's Archon shards. Hey Alex. Hey Alex. Welcome, welcome. I'm just grabbing a screenshot. Is this weekly? Oh, if it's weekly, I have so much grinding to do. Just sending this off to a fellow Warframe player. Um, okay, okay. Let's see, let's see. Chat. Where is chat? There is chat. Can't stay long. You're feeling cooked right now. I mean, you did say that you have some exams to deal with, right? Like this is the one of the last pushes. I can tell. If you're starting to sweat, then it makes a lot of sense. You're feeling pressured. That's a nice thing about not ever being in school again, or not having to go back to school, is I don't have to deal with all that. Which exams first? Your English? Your what was it? Was it history or political sciences? I don't remember. Europe is a little different with all that stuff. Sabotage, defense. I mean, these are just free motes, right? I'm just feeling low energy today. Very, very low energy. Oh boy.
This is a sabotage mission. Reach engineering and destroy the reactor.
Don't worry about, like, we got Star Wars trench style. So here's why these mission types don't work, in my opinion, is that they're cool if you don't have to move, if you don't want to move fast, right? Because you get to slowly explore all this stuff. Like, kind of like Descent, if you've ever played that game. Is an ancient game from way back when. But if you want like a Star Wars trench style run, like all of these little nitty gritty pieces, like, no, absolutely not. So like, I don't ever want to go fast because I don't know where I'm going. English language, nice exam start, but there's a whole lot to think about. You've also have like a billion other things you really want to be doing right now rather than revising. Oh yeah, no, I feel that. After getting home from work, I want to work on like the video game stuff. I'm working on a couple of video game projects at the moment because like I have like other people interested in working on something, but are or like the game types are completely different. So the main channel, hopefully by the end of the week, I should have a video posted about that. I'll try to get 400 to 800 lines out because that's how many subscribers I have. I actually have close to like what was it? Almost 1,000, probably close to 900. Yeah, 900 subscribers total. So we should be able to deal with that. I need to set up the YouTube account as well because I want it to be separate. Maybe one day I'll be doing coding streams, but like I need more free time. I need the ability to do that, you know. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been doing. I mean, maybe if the channel blows up, then I'm gonna hard swap to having a dev stream. You know, that's the biggest thing. Oh, I forgot about this. This is annoying. Oh, these are level 152. Okay. There's so many Jade eggs. Leave me alone. Oh boy, I need to charge up my Aki-core in order to use it, as you can probably see. Okay, slowly but surely we're going to charge you up. It's just the initial kill that's going to take me a hot minute. There we go. Yeah. It's just the initial kills. And the really tanky Jade XMI for some reason. Okay. I could be mistaken, but if I remember correctly, Examai are also resistant to the element type that they represent. It could be wrong. Where? Huh? Under here? What do you mean under? Oh my god. He's under the lift. Get out of here. I'm just gonna take it slow today. My brain doesn't want to function. I'm not gonna force it to. Okay. Having so many Eximi under normal circumstances would be a great thing. Right now, I hate it. Because I just wanted a quick and easy thing with the Aki core. I wanted to see the tendrils zap everything. It's okay. We'll just use one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's no big deal. I need to remod this thing too. It's too ammo inefficient. I wouldn't even know where to begin with dev streams. That's the biggest thing. I wouldn't know what to talk about or like, cause what I like, even though I have programming experience, I don't know the entire library off my bat. Oh, like our best practices off the top of my head. I guess like once I have like my modular setup done, I can show that off as well. Because I'm attempting to make sure that the software or the programming stuff is as modular as possible. Malice, okay. Good job, Malice. Bye, Malice. Well, one thing that always irks me, especially with really big games, like it's more understandable with small ones, right? Is enemy variety. I feel like so many big games just default to having like the same 3 enemies. Like for instance, everyone loves God of War, but the most common thing you fight are the Draugr, right? And then you're just gonna be like it's just like different variations of the same like there are 5 different Draugr types, and then you just fight the variants of those 5 different Draugr. And it's just like, okay, it's whatever. And any other new enemy they introduce is just annoying. So there's got to be a good balance with that. That's why I initially really enjoyed Helldivers, but now they're going down the same route where everything's just a variant. And here's the key thing to variants, guys. As a someone who plays video games, it's really lame when you get variants of enemies and they're only just better than the previous ones, right? It doesn't make them anything at all interesting, right? I don't want to fight like a guy that's just stronger than the last version of the guy, you know, or immune to fire or whatever. I think that's just half-witted, you know. Oh, you got an advert? Oh, I was just talking about pet peeves about video game design, but there's so many JDEGs in that. But yeah, it's just like wild how so many like AAA game developers are just like, oh, you know this like $60 to $80 game, right? It's like we have a giant budget, but there's like we're gonna have the exact same enemy type, like it's the exact same 5 enemy types throughout the entire game, just with some variants. And don't worry, these variants aren't just different, they're just stronger than the last ones you fought. I'm just like, okay, what's the point then? What's the point? Like, for Helldivers, right? Love the gameplay. The dev cycle is a little irksome so far. No, they normally aim for 30. Like, I think I think the standard should stop going towards like, so first and foremost, right? I think if players want to boost the game performance to the point where like they can run it at like several hundred frames a second is great and all, right? I think the standard, the bog standard, is the game should be able to run on a potato at 60 frames per second. I think that's the bog standard, or should be the bog standard, not like anything else, you know? Like, if it can't run on a potato, then you have no reason to publish a video game. Because, like, what are you doing now? Because, like, most people are going to not have, like, anything better than a potato. And people who do have things better than a potato probably want to bump it way above 60 FPS, right? So there's really no winning if you, like, make it inaccessible to even the most powerful machines. I think that's just like, I think that's obvious, right? I think that's it's a no-brainer. Apparently I'm wrong sometimes, but I don't mean integrated graphics. I mean like a 10-year-old device or like a 5-year-old device, because most people don't change every 5, or most people probably shouldn't be being forced to change devices every like 5 years, maybe 10. They should be happy with the performance of their device for at least like 5 or like at least 5 years, right? Maybe at least push it for at least like 6 years, like beat the standard, you know. And integrated graphics cards have come a long way. I mean, I started gaming on my first PC with integrated graphics cards. I think it was an Intel, and it was fine. I was able to run most games at like 30 to 60 FPS at the time. But then like 5 years later, like I had to run it at 30, and then another 2 years after that, I had to start running everything at like I was struggling to run things at 30. Ugh, hijack, really. Whatever, we got like the best hijack frame in the game. Unless it has that weird bubble around it, then it's gonna be oofs. When I say potato, I mean legitimately, like, outdated hardware.
There's a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I said
It's a Corpus one.
track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
You personally think there should be a baseline like most devices with integrated graphics should target? The issue is that integrated graphics cards tend to be designed for, you know, office use, from what I understand. Like, and that most of the time you're not expecting to use like super. Well, you won't be expected to use your graphics, your, what was it, virtual RAM, all that much. I hate the terminology of virtual RAM and whatnot. Oh, I have the wrong Hildren setup. This is gonna be awful. Whatever. Yeah, I also think that there's a certain level of naivety when it comes naivete when it comes to the idea of all products should be made with like the same baseline in mind. Because like you could also have people out there that like just want a computer just to manage schedules, right? For instance. And at that point, like, do they need anything more than basic, like integrated graphics just to run Excel? I do think like it should be a viable option, but like there's it's weird. It's really weird. I think, yeah, no, that's the biggest thing for me. I think that there should be parity between products. For instance, I don't think a phone, like a phone with a certain degree of RAM, should, or and like virtual RAM should be better than, or like cheaper or better or more accessible than like the same kind of RAM for a computer, right? Sure, there's going to be an upcharge for it being on a mobile device or vice versa, but I mean like I think like it shouldn't be like a 7 to 8 or even 20 or 100 times, upcharge. I think that's silly. Anyways, I'm just rambling. Oh, the inside of the Basilisk kind of looks like a rose. Look at that. Normally, like, game devs are struggle a lot to make biological matter like this look like anything but a butthole. I think one of the most interesting fields is like computer science research because they always do the wildest things, right? Like, for instance, if I'm ever going to make a 3D game, you would think that you want like normal, the default saturation for your video game colors, right? But then it turns out the human eye really doesn't like that, right? To have uniform saturation. And if you want the game to look more gritty, like more real, even though it's like anime or cartoon style, right? That you gotta tweak the color levels. They're not all uniform. They're not all evenly spread. I don't feel like doing the defense right now. Okay, let's head back to the back room. I am so brain dead right now. Tech rot. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go to the back room. We're gonna handle the calendar stuff first because that's the most boring stuff, and that's where the fewest viewers are. I don't know. I kind of want to go to the communities of games that I really enjoy and do an AMA kind of thing, but like, what do I want to play? Let's play Jade. It's been a hot minute since I played her. She's okay looking. Is there anything I can do to improve her weapon stats? Ability duration. Hot shot is nice. Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me started on printers. Printers are such a big scam, especially ink. Like inkjet printers, like it's criminal what they do. So for those who don't know, like most printing companies sell their printers at a loss, right? Um, I could go for fulmination. It's not really worth it. It's a lot of area though, so it might be worth it. Let's see. Critical damage, critical. The one that I would drop is this one, I think. So I drop this, drop that. I don't have enough for this. I could put it like that and like that. I don't think this affects anything. Galvanized shot doesn't work. It literally does 0 damage. What is it called? I just want crit damage. I want a multiplier though. I have Hornet Strike. Multi-shot, multi-shot. Is there more multi-shot that I can take? Or I could drop multi-shot altogether, but I'm not gonna hit weak points. We want crit damage. Magnetic light. Oh, there's another one. I could drop Anemic Agility. Anemic Agility is so fun, though. Like, sure, I lose some damage, but, like... Fine, we'll try this out. We'll try this out. Does she have, She needs Rolling Guard, I think. Do I even do heat damage at the moment? That's a different thing altogether. If I'm not doing heat, then there's not really a point to running Hot Shot. I might be. We'll see. Let's see. Status. So some people made a really good point. I think it's called Rapid Resilience. So let's do this. Umbral Intensify. Do I care about Umbral Intensify? Not really. It's nice, but it's not necessary. So we're gonna... Oh, Rapid Resilience isn't an Exilus. It would really help against some things, but... Okay, so if we just do normal Intensify, and then we look for an Exilus mod. Sure, we can drop Power Drift. Essentially the same thing, except 1% better. Look, a 1% improvement, guys. I'm winning in life. I can also drop Flow. It's largely not necessary with this setup. Anyways, what was I talking about? Let's get this. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, printers. So, printers, Printing companies sell their printers at a loss, for those who don't know, right? And they make all their money back with ink. I don't know how plastic printers work in that sales scheme, but you know, that's just how printers, well, no, inkjet printers work. And the biggest thing about them is that there's an extreme markup. I think there's like a 4 or 5,000 times 4% markup on like ink cartridges from like how much they cost to make and how much they sell for. Anyways, so if you ever try to print black, right? Printing companies have all of these papers that quote unquote research papers that they paid for that show that in order to make the truest black, they have to use up some of your blue ink. I kid you not. It is the most vile thing. It is absolutely obnoxious. Oh, I'm so tired. Do I have the? Do I still have the wrong Grimoire equipped? Yes, I still have the wrong things. But that's fine. We're just gonna do this. Gonna bounce on this a little bit. I just need to hug the mushrooms longer. Oh, it's so hard to see. I need to use a different color. Jeez. Another problem with Jade is, like, I can't get through those barriers. All that easily. Or destroy interactable objects. Everything is burning my eyes. I need to change my color set really badly. I don't know why I ended up on red energy. Damage-wise, it's not bad. We're just gonna use this up. I think currently I'm running Blast, right? Are any of my heat stuff going off? No, none of my heat stuff is going off, so I should just get rid of most of it. I don't know. I don't know if Blast is more effective than Heat, though. But I don't need Hot Shot if Hot Shot isn't doing nothing, you know? It would be nice. I don't know. Does Hot Shot improve critical damage? Because I'm able to kill all these things, right? I think one of the most interesting things I've seen a student do way back when is like they made their own inkjet printer and CNC machines. Like those people are genuinely people who are interested in the art of engineering and not like or development or R&D and not just like profit hungry monsters. And I think that's like It's really refreshing to see, for one. What is that? Momentous Bond, okay. Arcane Velocity is always nice. Deathbringer. I will just stick with Deathbringer.
Spore contamination is getting out of hand. Start holding your breath.
It's not getting that bad, Letty. We're gonna be out of here soon. Oh, I have no energy today. It is horrendous. Okay, where's the unreasonable feller? Did they already die? Oh no, they're right here.
You got 30 seconds to pull through or I'm pulling you out.
I don't know. I feel like a game that completely changing topics because I don't want to talk about printers all day. Well, okay. I would talk about printers all day because I think,
Turns out it's not just
like,
hard coming
I enjoy certain niches in these kind of conversation topics, but, like, let's talk about respecting players' time in video games, right?
You can pull the ripcord.
I know Warframe isn't for everyone, but it's one of the few gaming franchises that have withstood the test of time without having to, like, be overly greedy, you know? Sure, they've dipped into the horny market a little bit, but, like, there are always going to be people, like, that enjoys that kind of content, and as long as they don't make it the only thing that they do, I don't have a problem with it. And that's a lot of a change for public printing. For me, it was like unless I needed it bound up to be like functional, and I can just have loose sleeve. It was like what 10 or like 5 cents over here for a black and white, 10 for a color. Still like 100% markup, but still, there we go. We got the most important thing. Okay, let's keep modding out Jade, see what we can get. So if I'm focusing on Blast, let's see. Secondary. Precision. We can do precision. Yeah, this is just to prevent me from dying from toxin. We can get rid of Archon Vitality as well. We have Transient. We don't need much more strength, I don't think. We can go for efficiency, right? Oh, I do have Blind Rage. Yeah, let's do some efficiency. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to get me over the hump. Oh wait, no, I don't need it, right? I can get another 60% efficiency. That should be fine. You have to go now? Yeah, and try to get some rest too there, Alex. I know things are starting to pile up, but you're almost out. You're almost out. Let's do this. So tired. I just want to take a nap. But I promised I would do this every week, at least once, so I will do so. I will continue to soldier on. Oopsie, whatever, it's fine. I did everything in the wrong order. I'm not sure in the modern generation, like era, I wanna like hold down a proper long-term career, or you know, keep trying my luck at developing a game or something like that. I think I'd be successful, at least in a small part. Because I definitely have the, like, all the skills necessary for it, I think. Of course, it's the one time I can't deal with. If I could get some electric on this weapon, it'd be nice. A lot of people who end up tuning in, like, they're specifically looking for a much higher energy individual. But, like, oh dear, I'm out of energy. That's bad. That means what I'm doing doesn't work. Well, no, it does work. It's non-infested, right? I don't have the concentration for this. This might be a short stream today, guys. And then let's check out Nora. What does Nora want from me this week? Some Dolly.
I make exceptions for the exceptional.
Some Dolly. Aren't those the hat things? Okay, missions, Steel Path missions, Nightmare missions, Fish of Eidolon. That's not bad. I actually like these two things. Let's check out the Sundali. Yeah, no, so Sundali are for weapons, Signas are for hats. Do I have any new hats? Not right now. Well, there's a couple interesting ones. Oh, that's cool. Where did this come from? Grendel. That's a really cool looking one. Completely changes the face profile too. This is Gauzes. It's alright. A lot of people really like these horns. They're very flexible. I enjoy all of these like things that you can do in Warframe for modifying things. Okay, I need to be more on top of what Jade needs, I think. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Instead of magnetic might, we're gonna drop that. I know I'm gonna lose a chunk of damage there. Or we can keep, no, yes. Hang on. Magnetic might. We'll keep magnetic might. And we want electric convulsion. Let's swap these around. Okay. We want convulsion to be down there. So we're gonna action swap polarity like that. Okay. So convulsion down there, magnetic might here. So this should increase my damage output quite significantly because I'm constantly triggering headshots. And applying a DOT. The blast is okay. We'll finish this month off, I think, and then, or this in-game month off. We'll check out the next one a little bit. What difficulty are these? Okay. And then we swap. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're full. We're full setup. Woo. So we should be seeing a couple of red crits here and there, as well as I should be doing a fair chunk more damage. Because I'm constantly triggering headshots now. I hate that Jade. Why are there so many Arctic eggs? Why? I hate that Jade can't penetrate Xmas bubbles. It's a little obnoxious. But I do think Jade's playstyle overall is fairly fun compared to a lot of the other frames that have come up during her time. Look at that. Yeah, my damage is skyrocketed. Just need some old technologia. I should also be popping those ribbons and posting those on the channel as well. There's just a lot of things I need to do and not a lot of time to do it. Like, it's a little difficult. Which is just stay consistent with it all. All of them were just hiding in this little cubbyhole. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a very sentimental person. So, like, a little bit of Jade's story does speak to me, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the unnecessary elements of her design. Because it's a story of how, like, cruel and terrible the Orkin are, right? But I think it's also, like, there's so much cruelty that's a little bit comical after a certain point, you know? And when you've reached comical cruelty, it doesn't it doesn't matter anymore. I could also go for a high armor build and just make sure that she's always sitting in her own healing bubble. That'd be nice. Hello, is it Solia or Sola? God Sola? Or Sala? Not sure. Lots of different ways of using the O vowel. Welcome, welcome. I've been trying to mix and match some of the frames I've been playing in the last few streams. I don't have a lot of time to play in my personal life anymore, so it's nice to share this time with you guys. Oh, almost out of energy again. It's fine. We got this. I'm just clearing out the calendar weeklies for people just hopping in. But, yeah. Oh yeah, I have a pet that can make me not lose my shields. That's fun. Well, that's pretty strong if Mania just dies in like 5 or so hits. I need to constantly be casting mushrooms though, to keep everything up and running. It's not bad. It's not like the fastest, like, kill times, but, you know. And for those wondering, Jade can't hit things, so I'm not gonna bother. Jade's really good at, like, you know, area clear, if the enemies are really clumped up. I guess I should probably be running Nautilus. I need to finish getting my Nautilus Prime. That's what I need to do. Because Nautilus will help clump enemies up and make her do more damage. I've just been putting off my Prime farm. But I don't got infinite time, you know, so it's a lose-lose sometimes. How many Nautilus Prime Hearts do I even have? Anyways, I'm just gonna be rambling for a little bit unless someone brings something interesting up. Or I could just, you know, talk about anything up my wazoo. But for the most part, I've done what I needed to do here. I'll do Arcane Adapter. Power gains, always nice. Melee weapons. Abilities. We'll do this later. My brain is not functioning properly right this second. Let's use Valkyr. We're probably just gonna cheese the, what was it called? The Archimedia? Did I buy my... I think I did. I almost buy... I habitually buy these every week, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I did buy. So now I have another full Arcane Hotshot. That's another 500 plat right there. Okay, Temporal Archimedia. So I can use Gara. Gara's an interesting choice. I also have the Atomos. I would use the Ocucore if like it didn't have such a difficult time scaling to multiplayer lobbies. That's a heck, right? Oh, Archoplasmor. I could use that too. There are lots of very good weapons today. Abbreviated abilities is the biggest pain in the booty. Powerless, secondary wounds, fractured armor. Okay. So what we're gonna do is sure. Let's build Gara. I almost never use Gara. So we wanna. I feel like we should have more of these style weapons. In all honesty. Okay. Let's see what kind of... So it has 20% crit chance. A1. So it's either melee afflictions for just... Not afflictions, what does Kareen do again? Oh yeah, Kareen's so cool. It's either melee influence or melee exposure, right? There's no real ifs, ands, or buts there. Melee... So, I think I just want to do exposure. Because if they all die in one shot, then why would it matter, right? We want Blood Rush for crit. We want Overload for damage. Do we care about Elementalist? Do we care about Reflex? No. Steel? Critical damage, sure. I'm going to make the executive assumption that they're just going to die in one shot, right? They're going to die in one shot, so I'm not going to worry too much about everything. We can do Blast to increase the amount of kills. We can just pick Viral in case they don't die in one shot. What to do? Gas. It's gas. It has to be gas. Because, like, if they're dying in one shot, that just leaves an area of instant death, right? Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Okay, so let's go for some crit damage. So we have something Galvanized Steel. Strain Infection. Melee attacks. Okay. When did I get this? I know it's from the operations, right? Yeah, I have a couple builds for Mag. They're a little out of date, though. If you want me to spend some time on it, I can. We also need a Neramon mod. So we can drop this for this. And then... what kind of build do you want to go for, I guess is the main question. Oh, sure, whatever. I'll throw in one of these at it. Yeah, just what do you want to accomplish? That's the biggest thing, I think. We'll do... Dang. Hang on. Electric. It's not Neramon no more. Voltaic. Focus energy is not necessary. Voltaic. Okay, there we go. There. I think this will be what I run. So... It should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. Let's sit down and work on a mag build real quick then, shall we? So, the biggest thing about Mag's one of the most powerful frames in the game. if you have the patience to learn her abilities, right? And I think if you're asking, you probably know that.
Of course, my Tenno.
No. Don't. If you like, Breach Surge is a little overrated nowadays. I'm not even looking at what I'm getting. I'm just popping these for the sake of popping them.
These are a bargain, just for you. You scratch our backs, we'll scratch
Alright, so... I guess what Helminth abilities do you have access to? So there's a couple of really funny things you can do. So... I might as well swap it out here. So, Meg... I showed off Meg last week, but I also did a really piss poor job of it because she doesn't have an up-to-date ability set or mod set. So growing power, whatever, it's fine. So let's start with this. Aura. We'll start with Steel Charge simply because it gives the biggest polarity stuff, and then we can, once we just figured out what we want, then we'll go for it. So Mag, I think she desires range and power, right? So I'm not gonna throw in anything like too nutso for the arcanes. How far into late game are you, if you don't mind my asking? Because like I want to make sure that I'm not suggesting something that's like, oh, you need all of these arcanes that you don't have, or you need these prime mods that you don't have, right? For instance, I hate I very much dislike people that are just like, oh, you should be using prime sure-footed because like it takes you 1,000 days to get it, right? I think low duration would be a lot of fun too. So you want some cast speed. So you want natural talent if you have access to it, I think. Because her cast speeds are a little slow. No, it's not. What? Where's natural talent? There it is. You can also use Archon shards if you have them. We'll do some more string. Oh, then you got a lot of stuff. It's fine. Yeah, strength is always fun. Let's see. Status with weapons. You're going to be shooting your weapon a lot. Let's not even. Okay. So there are a couple of funny things you can do with Mag. Do you want to okay, how do you want to stay alive defensively? Do you want a shield gate, do you want a health tank, or do you want to just avoid all of that? Because like that's basically the biggest question about late game, is how you want to stay alive, right? We can do Arcane Equilibrium, I guess. Or not Arcane, but you know. So we have plenty of that. We want to have plenty of that. We want range. The reason why is because like almost everything Mag does loves range. Except like, I feel like you can almost always replace pull at this point, so I'm probably going to get rid of it. It's either getting rid of polarize or pull. Sorry. Fraction crush. It's not that much different from previous build. Yeah. So this is for armor strip, this is for damage, and now we need something else. Just anything to keep you alive. Okay. Anything to keep you alive. Why am I coughing so much? I might be sick. Okay. So, in general, the bigger shield you have will give you more, you know, defenses and whatnot. If anything is allowed, then I would drop Natural Talent. Natural Talent is so nice though. And let's see, Catalyzing Shields. That could be fun. So with Catalyzing Shields, you basically always have like 1.5 seconds of shield gate. Meaning as long as you're spamming abilities, you're never going to go down. And if you're spamming abilities, blah, 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 you know? But is that fun? I don't think that's fun. I don't like doing that. I think you can probably just get away with Rolling Guard, right? If you have access to it. I think that's more fun. But if you don't like rolling, then, you know, it's whatever. You want Shield Gate? Okay, we'll do Shield Gate. Catalyzing Shield it is. Alright, so... now, arcane-wise. There's a couple ways to go about it. A lot of it really depends on the type of weapons that you want to bring and what you want to accomplish. But if anything goes, and you just want something to stay up... I think... so, hear me out. Hear me out. So I love Arcane Blessing, just as a little bit of a damage soak, right? So this will bring her up to like 1,500 health, if I'm not mistaken, or close, and that'll give you a little bit of bleed time when it comes to Toxin. Otherwise, I don't think... Ultimatum, Finisher Kills, Truculence. I don't like that. Oh yeah, you can also do Molt Reconstruct to get around that. Sure, we'll do that instead. Molt Reconstruct. And... I don't know what Arcanes to get, honestly. Because I wasn't thinking about building Mag right until you asked, so... I mean, Arcane Aegis is always nice. Blade Charger, Crepuscular is awful for this, but roll through enemies to steal. Sure, well, let's just make sure that you can survive. So all of these should be fairly accessible for you, I think. Probably the most difficult ones to get would be... well, I'm using a lot of corrupted mods, actually. 1, 2, 3. 3 corrupted mods, 2... augments, 1 augur, and 2 stuff you get from playing the normal game, and Roaring Power, which I think you can get from Nora. I'm not 100% sure. If not, then I think it's the Titania questline. So the biggest thing here is we want to make sure that she still has a decent amount of energy, kind of thing. I'm not going to be super picky about the weapon here. We'll use a Latron Incarnate just to test. It's a strong gun, don't get me wrong. Because she doesn't need a lot of help. Because, well, she has 2 abilities that resource her shields, right? 1 ability, 2 abilities that can armor strip or defense strip. 1 ability that groups and is a damage multi, right? You can use Breach Search because she's pretty safe to get in close. So what I'm going to do is we'll put in... yeah, we'll just put in a bunch of... oh wait, these guys are immune to Mag's shenanigans. Let's do Corpus. We'll do some MOAs. Yeah, let's do the MOA. And let's do an anti-MOA. Okay. So we're gonna let them run free and whatnot. Let's see how much damage we do. So I mean, I didn't have too much of a need to defend myself there. But as you can see... Oh, they might also be fighting each other, so I might want to swap that off. Well, let's just make all gunners then. What's the max level I can push now? It's still 220, okay. So here, it doesn't matter if they're around or not, right? They're just never going to be able to shoot me at this point, right? Yeah, it's mag, right? If need be, right, we can go, oh, I need to CC them. But overall, I don't think she needs much help in the damage department. I don't think she needs too much help in defense. It's just like, oh, what are my panic buttons, right? And if I need a panic button, it's going to be like, pop. That's 1 panic button. That's 2 panic button. That's 3 panic button, right? She's just a very well-rounded character. Helminth wise, if you want to do... No. Okay, here's the thing. If you want to shield gate without catalyzing shields, Mag is the best character in the game for it. The reason being is because Shieldgate cares about what was the maximum amount, or what was the total amount of shields you had, like the highest amount of shields you had before taking damage, right? So if you have 1,000 shields, right, but you only got up to 700, right? I don't know the exact math, but let's say it's 1-to-1, right? Let's say it's 1-to-1. At 1,000 shields, let's say it gives you like 5 seconds shield gate. That's not true, by the way. It's just the bigger your shields, the more shield gating you have, right? So if for any other frame, if you're regenning, you get to like 200 shields, you only get like a fifth of that back, right? A fifth of the shield gate. But if you get to like 500 out of 1,000, then you get like 50% of your shield gate duration, right? So for the modern shield gating, you care about how quickly you can go back to maximum shields. With catalyzing shields, though, you don't care, right? You can just always be spamming, always be happy, right? Which might be more up your alley. For Helminth abilities, I would recommend getting rid of her 1. It's probably her worst ability by far. Unless you really, really want some kind of grouping. Like some heavier grouping. It's kind of hard to compete with Magnetize. Because it's already... it's a 3 times damage multiplier with almost no strength, right? So it's going to be... Yeah. So if you want more damage, there's 2 ways you can go about it, right? I don't know why you would want more damage, but... Okay, so you can go another damage amp, right? Either a steroid like Zata's Whisper or Rhino's Roar or something like that, or another damage amp like Breach Surge like you're using now. The biggest thing is what you want to accomplish, right? Yes, no matter what, it's always going to be 1.3 seconds. Some people think it's a bug, but I think that if you just read the mod, right? And if you look at the dev stream, they were very clear, right? You lose a butt ton of shields, so you're only at 20% of your maximum shields, but every time you have, but your shield gate is always going to be 1.3, which is the max, right? So here, let me just not kill these things right away. So you can see that, like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I was bleeding out. That's why. Okay, that's my bad. Okay, let's try again. So the thing is, I don't have any way to get rid of status on this setup. Okay, I think they're all confused at this point. I'm out of energy now, is also an issue. So you might want more efficiency, if that's the case. My dog ended up killing all of them, but... yeah, you probably want some kind of efficiency. Or some way to keep casting abilities. Because without, you know, kills, I'm, like, you know, it's a little bit feast or famine. That's a big thing about, shield gating, is it's feast or famine. If you don't have energy, you're dead. But like if I'm constantly fighting, so let's take this to like a moderately difficult mission, or a good testing mission, I guess. If you had to choose between just those two, Well of Life. Simply because it's, how do I put this? It can prevent you from dying, just outright. So if the problem you're having is that you're dying, and you want to choose survivability options, there's a couple, right? There's always blood, like you mentioned, Blood Altar. I don't recommend it personally. Let's see. You don't really need more grouping. If you're having trouble with energy, Fractured Blast might not be a bad choice. Because, like, you're just gonna make them drop stuff anyways. Gloom is always a good choice for defense. This is a terrible ability. I think they need to just remove the internal cooldown, because this is an awful ability. So I've come around on Remedium. I do think it's a good ability. I just think it's a boring ability. It's basically, you get invulnerability, you get a heal, you remove all statuses on yourself, right? Like this is just a good choice. And if you have any augur mods, right, it also gives you your shield gate back. It does all of them, right? So this is not a bad choice. It's also cheaper than Polarize. Let's see. I don't want to just keep like force feeding my Helminth, but so a Remedium is a fun choice. Let's see, rest and range, it's whatever. Silence is surprisingly good for keeping yourself alive too. Yeah, ultimately it completely depends on what you want. Tempest Barrage is always gonna be fun. Yeah, so Well of Life, you can make sure that you have some kind of immortality. So once every 2 minutes, you don't die. Simple, right? And it will also remove status effects from you, or prevent you from taking status effects, which is nice. I don't know if self-portrait will, like, I need to play around with Folly's thing later. Yeah, no, it's just completely dependent. Like, you can also do Spectral Rage if you want infinite energy. It's not amazing, but yeah, it's something you can do. Well, Paraconnects could be fun too for damage. There's just a lot of things you can do. A lot of things. So I'm gonna ask: do you want damage or do you want survivability? No, that's basically what it comes down to. And then we can make some stuff up. Here, let's try Remedium, actually. Could be fun. So, because Remedium essentially replaces Polarize, we'll do that. It's not my favorite ability, but it's definitely really, really usable. It's just, you know. So, let's see. We have Remedium. Do we have Augur? So, as long as it generates shields when I cast it, it's fine. So we're gonna go up here. Do I have any efficiency on me? No, it's fine. Damage first, then survivability? Okay. So, as you can already tell, right? Like, here, I'll swap to, like, a gun that I haven't really modded too much. Well, okay. Let's try the Kuva. No. What's a gun? Let's do the Brayton Vandal. Okay. It's not an amazing weapon, right? Well, that's the thing, right? Fun means different things for different people. So I don't know. So something that would be interesting or fun for me might not be for you, right? And since you're the only chatter at the moment, I'm trying to tailor this as much as I can to your needs. So, of course, if you kill everything, then you don't have to ever worry about whatchamacallit, dealing with enemies. So if I don't kill things and just let them shoot me, we do that. Yeah, that works. So you can see, like, at very least they wouldn't be able to get to me. And also, Magnetize is a bomb. So we also have that going for it. Last week, for some reason, I wasn't able to... Yeah. I think Remedium, if you want survivability, Remedium is probably one of the best picks. Because it just gives you so much iframes. Yeah, look, 6.2 million damage for not much. Oh, there's still one alive, apparently. So, let's do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll go shoot. I'm not even using all that strong of a gun. Well, it's strong because it's an Incarnon, right? But, like, still. It doesn't have to be anything too good. We could use the Trunma, for instance. Like, everyone should have an Ignis Wraith by now, right? I don't think the Ignis Wraith even does very well into Mag, but we'll see. You can barely see what's going on, but you can hear things dying, right? So yeah, we'll run around with a couple of not super stellar weapons, right? And see how well those goes. I love me a Codotisis though. It's super fun. Okay, so what we're gonna do. So I've only been testing this build. We've made it. We've been sitting here together. We're making the build together, right? So I don't know how this performs on a live fire situation. So let's do that. Hello, Daigle. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, let's just see how far we can push it. So this is a level 160 area, I believe. So base star chart, I think it's the most difficult area. So like, you know, I'm not going to be doing a ton of damage with the Ignis Wraith. I'm just showing you like if someone's just entering Steel Path for the first time kind of situation.
It's attempting to purge you from Stand by for
How well this would do. So as long as I stand in here, I don't really have to worry about things. Oh, I need energy. That's bad. Okay. So, little bit starved for energy. It's okay. So how can I fix that? Well, first and foremost, I need to find an Eximus. Let's see. I need energy pretty badly. Because I don't have anything at the moment. So you can see the major issue with builds like this is that they're feast or famine. They require energy. And if you don't have any energy, then you're kind of screwed. So what I can do here is we'll do that. It should be safe. There, we're full on energy now. We'll go to the safety safe. So if I put this down, then I should be safe as long as I stand in this bubble. As long as no one's affected by radiation. We'll do that. Yeah, we have full shield gate just from that. But gives us invulnerability and our shield gate back. That's actually a crazy thing I never considered about Remedium. Your brother's fireballing you. It's a little unfortunate. Unless you're into that. Yeah, so you can see as long as you have some form of energy, like, you're fine. Yeah, that's just the biggest thing. You can always spam. I think what you might want is flow, just so you can have a bigger pool instead of efficiency. And if you have access to it, then we'll swap off. What was it? Hang on. Stab. We'll swap off, some of the arcanes. Like, if you have Arcane Energize, for instance. I was dying? What was I dying to? I wasn't paying attention, that was my fault. Yeah. I personally I personally like just making everything a health tank because it gives me infinite energy. Oh, see, I'm burning? Remedium. Just be able to face tank everything. In that case, I don't need catalyzing shields either. Because if I have Remedium, I'm always going to be at full shield gate anyways, right? What are your thoughts, Solo? Try not to spam too much, Daigle. I appreciate having you around regardless, though. Yeah, so a little bit of trouble surviving so far, but you can only really learn that by doing live fire tests, right? So one thing I'm finding out is that I want a lot more energy than I have access to at the moment. I can probably drop Magnetic Rush if I don't care about armor stripping. Armor stripping is always nice though. Like that. But now I'm out of energy. So yeah, that's the major limiting factor from her so far, is that she's old, very, very energy hungry. But you can see that like this is pretty deep into Steel Path. It's a level 180 enemies, and I'm going down, yeah, but it's not like the biggest struggle in the world, you know. See, I can just see this guy, and then oh, is that worst time for me to try to make it funny. There was an electric proc behind me. There we go. So let's armor strip everything.
Extraction is ready. Hiding root risk the uncalculable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these voids.
Let me get rid of both of those. The thing about shield getting is that you have to like always be paying attention to your shield bar. And as you can see, I've sometimes just lost track of things, right? Oh, look at that. Now they have a bubble around them. And now no matter where I shoot, I'm always shooting them. It's not bad. And since I'm keeping pull, you can always use that for things too. Yeah, like, I think, okay. Remedium, I know I gave it, like, a bad reception because I didn't like the idea of getting Remedium because I thought it was boring. It is a boring option, but it's very, very strong, as you can see. Hello? Okay. Sure, why not? Uh-oh. Oh no. I'm under a firefight situation. What do I do? I'm out of energy. I should probably leave. That's what I should do. Oh, right. I can also roll through things to steal their overguard. This works plenty. Okay. Let's see what we can change out. Get me some more energy. Yeah, so you can't really just stand still with this build though. So far, because like the game doesn't want you to just face tank things very clearly. And you're going to be spamming Remedium a lot. I completely forgot that I put on the defense stealing arcane though. Yeah. If you enjoyed that, then I'm glad I was able to, you know, theory craft alongside you. Okay, what arcanes do I have that I don't really need? I don't need Reconstruct because I have Remedium. So let's just give us more bonuses, right? We'll just use Arcane Energize. And right now is the perfect time because you can just get Arcane Energize from anywhere, right? So Remedium currently restores 52%. So it's not max, right? So you're going to have a shorter period of time to react, but still something. What to do? Flow? Flow. Let's do flow. Everything is protein. Eat all of it. Well, not everything is protein, but everything does give some form of energy, which is nice. Um, okay, let's use a more powerful weapon now. If you just really want to just kill everything on the map, then you're never gonna go wrong with the Fenmore, I think. Also, like, because you're grouping enemies anyways, you can always just spam melee as well. So the reason why the Fenmore is good is because, like, of how it interacts with Magnetize. But I think you might know how that works already. If you don't, then the Fenmore has a 50% chance to do an additional 2,000 damage, right? That 50% chance is multiplicative and triggers twice with Magnetize. Once when entering the bubble, and once when hitting the enemy. Okay, a little bit of extra energy. Okay, so I'm running out of energy still, which is not good. Yeah, it's not good. So catalyzing shields might be still a nice get. Simply to avoid problems. It's interesting. It's always interesting to experiment with these and find out. You have to be a little bit aware of where you put those mag bubbles too, because like if you're trying to shoot out of it, it becomes problematic. But you can detonate them. What do you mean invalid target? I have to be outside, don't I? Yeah, there we go. I'm not like forever spamming, you know. Some people want to be forever spamming, and that's their prerogative. I'm a bad shot, so I hope you guys don't have any expectations of me being able to actually hit anything. It's really quiet. Where are all the enemies? There they are. Well, let's just armor strip some of them. Oop, roll through that. Roll through you, steal your overguard. Nice. Lots of survivability so far. Just one misstep in this run. Steal your overguard. What? Okay, weird. So you probably want some kind of AoE then. So that means the Latum would be the best shot, best gun for this. In a just-in-case kind of scenario. So we can just keep pulling guys in. Now we have a big bomb here. Oh, this, you can see this is pretty lax. So remember, this is like a level 180. But once you get over the famine part of the Feast and Famine, it's kind of chill. What do you mean I'm wasting food? Okay, do you know what's the most counterintuitive thing, right? If you care about nutrition... I'm going on a tangent here. If you care about nutrition, then if you're eating too much, right, just because you're trying to save on food, you're you're wasting it because it's all like all the nutrition is wasted. It's just being turned into fat. Because like at the end of the day, if your body doesn't know what to do or it doesn't have the ability to process something, it's either going to get spat out one end or it's going to turn into fat. Okay, so there is one, I think it's like misery or something. Oh no, violence is also a bad thing, but you know, it's whatever. Hi, violence. Oh, yeah. Just have to keep running away from you. But giving violence silence is such a troll. Such a troll thing. I haven't even needed to use Remedium at all. Well, Remedium is my panic button. Because, like, worst case scenario, yeah, I don't even need Remedium, like, if I'm not using Catalyzing Shields. Yeah, unless I'm using Catalyzing Shields, I guess. Oh no. Strip. Roll through. Shoot you. But if you really want to like quadruple dip into damage, then use something like the Fenmore or the Latum and give yourselves the Taz Whisper, and then like you're gonna have 2 mag procs to trigger the damage. So that's what it's the math is not gonna be correct here, right? But it's gonna be 4 million. So right now it's 4 million, so it's gonna be 8. What's 4 million times 4 million? That's not the right way to look at it, by the way. It's gonna be 2,000% of 2,000% of 2,000%. So that's 2,000% squared. Is that should be 8 quadrillion if it's just straight up 2,000, but it's not. Like, we're talking about percentages here. Don't worry about it. I'm being stupid. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you can see I only went down once, even when I saw violence. And I'm not using a particularly, like, room cleary gun, either. So, yeah. I hope that gives you a good starting spot. Because there's obviously, so, it's Warframe. You can take your weapon however, which way you want, right? But yeah, she can generate Overguard, she can, or with the Arcane, I can generate Overguard. I can generate Overshield, Overguard, Shields, Health. I can strip, Armor Strip, I can remove statuses, I can damage amp, I can magnetize, I can group. Mag's just a very powerful frame. Very, very powerful frame. Okay, let's get on with the days. Or today's main goal being the weeklies and whatnot. I need to build Gara. I don't want to build Gara. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She should be relatively strong with Crystal Lash the way it is. Nah, it's fine. Let's see, Gara. If I wanted to eat things. Oh, no problem, Sola. I hope it was somewhat entertaining, if not informative. I really don't know most of the time. Okay, so do I have any Forma in this thing? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, Aura. Ready Steel wouldn't be bad. armor wouldn't be bad. How much armor does she have? She has 200 armor. It's not amazing. Okay. So I'm gonna do persistence. So this will be a persistence build. So I want armor. How can I get armor, you might be asking? Well, I'm gonna cheese it. We didn't go through Archon shards at all, but Archon shards are kind of whatever. You can have whatever you want. I'm just like, how many Tau Forge blues? I have 45 Tau Forge blues. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I have the 700 armor. I'm just going for max comfort. So I'm a little under the 1500 armor barrier that I want to be at. So this is pure comfort. This is pure comfort. This is nothing else that I'm doing this for, because it just makes it so that, oh no, I'm above because it's only 14. Because there's almost nothing that applies corrosive, and heat is the only thing I care about. And wait, what? Why did my armor go down? It's fine. Huh. It's fine. I'm not worried. Let's go aura here. Some extra HP wouldn't be bad, so we'll do physique. More health means like more time, so it's also not bad. We're gonna do self-status stuff just because I want to see how good rapid resilience is. And then I need energy, so I'm gonna do battery. So this is the second reason I have so much armor. So up to 3, it benefits from up to 3,000 armor and all that. What do you want? I guess we should bump this up to 14. Right? It's not a big deal. It's not awful. There. We got some strength. And fine, we'll do armor here. Stand united. There we go. We pushed it. We got it. Nice. That's all. I just wanted to hit the cap I needed. I don't care about duration. I care about range and I care about strength. That's the only things I care about. So I want range. I want range. I could use Archon Stretch. Give me some additional energy generation. I could just use Rage. And then we want Strength. We don't want Normal Intensify. There we go. That should do it. So this build might look really dumb. And it might be really dumb. I don't know. But we will see momentarily. How do you eat cards? It depends on the type of card they are. If they're paper, then I guess you can soak them in water. Soften them up a little bit. If they're plastic, I would recommend against it, but you could make yourself a smoothie. Shattered Lash is set for gas and electricity, which kind of makes it want influence. I'm not gonna lie, but let's just see how this goes. Okay. And we're using Nerimon for obvious reasons, hopefully. I would not mind having access to
At least
Vazarin
forever.
for Temporal Archimedia, but so we have Gara. We'll use the Archiplasmor. It's not the strong. I don't have the strongest Archiplasmor, but it's something. We'll use the Atomos. And then we'll use the Dual Vissus. Hello, Celestial Nighthawk. Welcome, welcome. For those who are not aware, I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, so that's why if you don't see someone in chat, that's probably because they're in the other one. Hello, welcome, welcome. Let's see, dual vicious. Do I have to fight the tank? I don't have to fight the tank. There's a Legacite Harvest, which is a little bit annoying. Abbreviated abilities. I don't care much for duration. Powerless is a little bit more on the annoying side. So we can do this, right? Oh, Armor Fracture is actually really bad. We'll do Powerless. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it so that it's open. And if you want to join me, just send me a DM in Warframe.
Seeing you here, Knight. Okay.
But otherwise, so it's Hold Your Breath. So toxic damage over time.
Without the whole run.
Legacite's more powerful. All enemies have Overguard. And non-weak point hits. Okay, so all of these are going to be annoying as balls. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Fever Pitch here. No. We'll use XL Frosty for the cold. Oh, it doesn't affect my melee weapon, so that's fine. Hell Scrub. Hell Scrub, I don't know. We'll just take high score. It's not a big deal. Like I could just take a bunch of demerits and I'll be fine, I think. And then for the last one, we'll just take this. I just want to be able to complete them because I don't care about the Pix chips at all. Yeah, I need to complete my weeklies though. I've been putting it off for, well, the entire week because I don't have time to do things otherwise. It's okay. I do think it's nice to have a survival that just starts active. We're just gonna go as far underground as I can. I can't even cast car abilities? That's kind of silly. Oh, what the heck? Wait, what? What am I even dying to? Probably the toxin damage, to be fair. Ow, 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 ow. Hurt. Pain. Oh, I don't have any way to regen HP. I completely forgot about that. Hang on. That's the issue with persistence, is I don't have HP. If I don't have HP, that's bad. Okay. I want to get this done, so I'm gonna swap over to someone who can handle the situation. I really don't want to use or always rely on what's her nut? Hildren. But Hildren is just so universally powerful, right? So yeah, it feels bad. Feels really bad. But I just don't want to spend more time focusing on Buildcraft, because I still need to get the dailies done, or weeklies done. So it's just I don't like it. I don't like having to do this.
Get your loadout ready.
But this way I can take fractured armor and feel less bad about it.
Without the whole run going to hell.
So hold your breath is going to be a pain in the booty, but I should be fine because I'm Vaz. As long as I'm paying attention to my HP, but you all know that I'm really bad at paying attention to my HP. It's fine. It's whatever. I get essentially 11 picks chips no matter what, though, so... Am I not set to a public? I feel like I should be set to public. Whatever. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Let's get off this thing. Let's get... Why do I have this equipped? Everything's going wrong. It's fine. Whatever. Let's just get the 50 kills I need. Yeah, I'm set to public. Cool. Yeah, that's the issue with Archimedia. It's just like I feel hamstrung into what builds I can and can't bring. Already? You guys just got here. You guys are reviving each other, it's fine. So we just need to get the last 10 kills. I guess you could always just use Vaz as well. As really? We're still... Okay, I have a revive for myself, so it's whatever. Let me do things already. What? Oh, grumble. Oh shoot. Get rid of... Take off your weapon. I don't want... what do you... Oh shoot, this is bad, this is bad. It's okay. I guess, like, oh, right, it's... I have, like, limited durations on my abilities. Lots of fun. I'm only doing about half of the damage, it's fine. It's fine. I'm honestly hoping to only be doing 25% of the damage. I don't want to be the whole thing. Revolutionary, isn't it? I got off the Tron bike because I would have died, so I think that's a reasonable thing there, Daigle. Let's get rid of you. Where's my team? Oh, I forgot about giving myself up. Nice. I forgot about the toxin. Oh. Couldn't have been heat, couldn't have been anything else, had to be toxin. I also have bonus revives, so I don't like I'm sitting pretty at this point. Why is my attack speed so slow? I feel like I should have a much higher attack speed. It's whatever. The most important thing is just keeping myself alive because of the cost of the toxin. So it's either killing eczema units or using Vaz's heal or having some other form of healing. It's nice. I think that they should just keep this like duration timer thing. You know, kill the thing, make it so that like the mission progresses faster. I think that should be the default instead of like there should be a lot of ways to affect how fast the mission goes, but I think that should be the default in survival. Give players more agency. Like make sure that there's always one on the map when you kill, but they're like a little ways off, so that players have to spend the time and energy to travel there. You know, I think that's a reasonable expectation. Yeah. I don't know how I'm killing things with melee. I think it's my pet. I'm gonna assume that exit is like somewhere in this direction. Okay. My pet's Arctic aura thing is hyper obnoxious. Who's locking this thing down? I didn't even know you could CC them. Do we have a Revenant or something? We have a Saren who's constantly in child form. We have a... I don't know who that... Who is that? Excalibur Umbra, okay. How do you eat the floor? Probably by taking it apart first. Depends on the material too. If it's like a softwood, you can probably like chew off sections at a time. If it's a hardwood, then you're probably going to want to boil it. Or in some acids or urea, soften it. If you're wanting to eat ceramic tile, then like your guess is as good as mine, man. I wouldn't recommend any of this, by the way. It's just being funny. Where is everyone? Okay, my damage is coming down. That's good. That's good. It's a good thing, by the way. I don't want to be doing all the damage. It's a nice feeling, like, if that's something that I'm searching for. But if it's like, I want people to perform adequately, I want them to do the same as me. I'm not doing, like, stellar damage anyways. For reasons I'm not 100% sure why. But. $150 bullet jumps is so much for me. It's gonna hurt my poor arthritis-ridden wrists. Okay. Universal Follow's not bad. Universal Follow gives me about like 150 plat for max set, so it's not bad. Hot Shot's always going to be the hot topic item. Not really playing a frame that can cast Fireball, but I'll do my best, I suppose. Oh, someone's going greedy. I see. I see. The Crown Bike doesn't stay for long. Unfortunately, I cannot make it any stronger, so there's not really a point for me to use it. Oh my god. The fact that it hits me is obnoxious. We don't want to summon the first Legocyte this early. There we go. Nice, nice. 3 more. Free! I mean, we can give Calamosa things now. Why is no one giving Calamosa things? Apparently Calamosa is under attack by something. Oh, it's probably Folly. Folly probably has something that can CC these things. Because, you know, DE is prone to making spaghetti. What keeps destroying my shield? Legitimately. That's a little annoying. Folly's all the way back there, not giving a care in the world. I mean, the Tron Bike's gonna come back. Just not very useful right this second. You can get your own Tron Bike if you want. Let's play the game. Just hit for 1 million, just casually. Let's see. Yeah, in this game mode, we're basically guarding a cat because a cat can find a infected monkey. And we want to find that infected monkey. And then capture it. Steal it. I think every Warcraft should have some kind of exalted weapon nowadays, though. It's really hard for me to... Like, it's really hard to justify that, because, like, sure, what's his name? Uriel is really strong right now. But there will be a day where, like, he will be power crept. Like, you don't need to look much further than, like, Ember. Like, Uriel does, like, hundreds of thousands of times more damage than Ember does. It's not even an exaggeration. And Ember is supposed to be the fire frame, right? And Ember has to press buttons constantly, where Uriel just has to press one button. It's just a matter of time kind of situation, I think. And for those of you saying I should be changing to operator more often to do all this stuff, you're right. But also, I'm lazy. You already talked about the Tron Bike, Daigle. You don't need to spam it. Oh, my leg. My leg's asleep. It's in so much pain right now. Why is that? Why is human physiology literally one of the most annoying things in the galaxy? How's my damage output? Oh, okay, whatever. If there was an arcane, well, actually, I want this as a mod, but less so an arcane. That makes it so that all the damage I take is split in two, but or split in half, but I take twice as many hits. I would take it. I would use that in a heartbeat. It'd be so funny. Or even if it's not even, like, even if it's like it's I take 60% damage, but I take 2 hits. So, you know, grand total of 20% more damage. I'd still take it. There's a couple of really funny applications to that. If it were a arcane, then I would be less incentivized if it was a mod, you know. If it was an Archon shard, I'd 100% use it. for stupid things. I should be audible in on the Twitch side of things, right? Hopefully it didn't take too long for me to react to the Arcane Escape that's the worst one. It's like worth almost nothing. There's too many conditions to it to make it work. I think the only one that might be able to use it is Ashe. Ashe or Oraxia, I think, are the two that can make use of it at all. Let's see. So we don't have to worry about getting the package right away. We just need to worry about getting the damage out. I don't like the art gun that I'm using, but I have it, so I have to use it. We still got 20 kills left to go. It's a little hard to see with the screen shake, even though I turned off screen shake at this point. Yeah, it's primarily that this weapon is a little out of date. Right now I haven't modded it very recently. We have liftoff, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm not allowed to finish you off. It's fine. It's whatever. Move on. Get out of this awful underground space. I think a Warframe focused on like, so it's like if anyone's ever played League of Legends, right? Like, using Lissandra's passive as the primary way of doing combat would be kind of fun. Because we have Nekros and we have Sevagoth that does similar things. But like something focused on making like clones of the enemies and have them like run at other enemies, you know, it'd be fun. A little bit feast or famine right now. Oh, the temporal shenanigans is causing me to go crazy. Yeah, I might pick up some platinum. Who knows? Because I do want to pick up the primes that I'm missing and whatnot. Don't have the time to do plat trades anymore. I think the last plat trade I made was for Marie. Went the wrong way. How am I so bad at navigating this place? Okay, that's one set of weeklies done. Did I get anything worthwhile out of that? I got an Omniforma. That's it. I don't think we got a single Archon shard. That's awful. That was a complete waste of... Oh, we got one Archon shard. Okay. It's not as bad. But still. Pretty bad. Here, let's get some additional Pix chips.
1999.
Yeah. I should be getting like 11 Pix chips a week, so...
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go to Deimos. Let's fix this up. And then, if I'm keeping it short, then, yeah, probably we'll do Testudo, if not the Archon Hunt. We'll see. I'm so tired, though. I'm so tired. Trinity, I don't want to play any of these. Powerless again, okay, that's fun. Alchemical Invulnerability, that's gonna be awful. Ability Overload, Fractured Armor, it's whatever. We're playing Hildren again. It's just... I wish the Phage was good. It was one of like the weapons that I really liked when I first, when it first came out, because it came out like long after I started playing, because, you know, beta and whatnot. I wish the Hystrix was good. The Hystrix needs to be retouched. Same with the Hiko. All of these weapons are awful. Jesus. Broken Scepter is probably the only acceptable one there. I guess I could play Folly, but then, like, gosh darn. This week is kind of awful.
Another day, another Netracell, another poke in the eye for the Mother Hubbard.
I forgot to change my big weapon. God dang it. It's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. These things are also way lower level than the other ones. Well, I say way lower level. They're like level 400. It's like a 200 level difference. Okay, I'm free. We have another Hildren. Oh my god. I hate alchemical immunity. It's so annoying. I think as like a pub game mode, alchemy is the weakest. One of the weakest. Primarily because it feels like it takes 8 times as long to do with 4 players. Like right now it's 2-player scaling, and it's already really bad. I need to fill up my car. It's so weird to have a vehicle. Like, it feels like such a trap to me. Because, like, you need it to have some semblance of, like, mobility and freedom. But it's also, like, it's a major expense that you need to keep fueling and feeding and maintaining. And if that's the case, then what's, like, what am I doing with my life, you know? Yeah, the other Hildren's just hard focused on doing damage, and that's fine. I don't care. I just didn't want to play any of the frames that was offered to me. And I think that's the biggest issue, right? I think what should happen is I should be allowed to pick whatever I want and not lose out on rewards, but there should be like an anti-stock system, right? So the more that a Warframe is used, the less it's worth in the point system. I think that would have been a lot more creative. Same with, like, these are the negative modifiers that you can take for yourself. But, like, because everyone's taking it because they think it's easy, it's worth less. Right? And it's updates on a week-by-week basis. It's corrosive again. Okay. So one of the silliest things is that, like, there are people who deny science, right? But there are also people who, like, believe it blindly without understanding what, you know, what any of the numbers mean or how people got to their conclusions. Which I think both are just as bad as each other. Because, like, I don't want to be in a discussion, right? Because the whole point of a discussion is to discuss things, right? I don't want to sit there and just hear, like, oh, I'm right because of science. I'm just like, okay. So what evidence are you looking at? What you know, what information are you, like, where are you deriving all this information from? Like, are you, like, and what do you mean by science? Because a lot of people nowadays believe in a lot of pseudoscientific things, right? You can't, like, you can't, justify both of them, right? You can't just be like, the science says this, and then not provide any, like, substantial evidence for it. It's, like, dumb. And you can ask, oh, why is it dumb? And so it's like, well, do you know the basis of what you're talking about? Like, I don't want you to know it to a professional degree. That'd be asking too much of everyone. Not everyone's gonna, like, have the time, effort, or interest to, like, really dive into a topic to a professional degree, right? Or ability, even. But, like, give me something to work with. You know? It can't just be, like, just science, right? And then some people out at my workplace, some of them will ask, like, for, like, oh, do I think X or Y is, like, good, or do they work? I'm just like, yeah, it works, but, like, there are contexts in which it works, right? Like nootropics or other forms of concentration medicine, or, like, how they affect the brain. And I was just explaining, like, there are two main things that you need to concern yourself with, right? Is whether or not you've consumed food prior to eating it. Because, like, you want to increase the, like, absorption rate in your bloodstream. And whether or not you believe in it. Because, like, if you believe in it, then you're gonna gain, like, plus 40, 60, 80% of the value of a nootropic. But if you don't believe in it, then you might, at best, benefit, like, 10-20%. Like, the power of a placebo is really strong, and the power of a nocebo is just as strong. Ugh. Oh, Limnus. Hate these things. I think vampiric Limnuses are one of the worst things in the game. It's like, oh, you just want to never have energy and instantly die? Well, there you go. We got just the thing for you. Oh my god, stop dragging the Limnuses to me. Jesus. I get that you're trying to run away from these things, right? I 100% understand. But, like, leave me out of this. So lots of people forget that, like, the actual defense target still exists when a Necromech is out. So I'm just not gonna let them have to worry about that. Yeah, there's a lot of weird perspective things that, like, people don't care to talk about. It's really, really unfortunate. Like, it seems obvious, but, like, it seems that the fringe ideologies love making moderates out to be the enemy. When, like, you can really only have a conversation if you have, like, some semblance of willingness to, like, meet in the middle. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But that's just something that, like, the older you get, the more you understand, because most people are moderate. It's just you only ever hear about the extremes. And I like both extremes are awful. Or all of the extremes tend to be awful. Like one thing is like, oh, but not all extremes are equal. That's true, but all extremes don't manifest the same way, right? For instance, the age-old example is like when you have certain extremists, you see violent activity, but if you see like, for instance, an extreme Buddhist, right? They tend to self-isolate. It's like, yes, but like there's also people that will be extreme in terms of like, say, with Buddhist ideology and whatnot, but then they will the way that their extreme manifests itself is by forcing others to capitulate, right? Like vegans is a great example of that. Like vegans are awful because they only ever want to justify like, or they always try to justify like their own behavior, right, and activities, but then they try to force their ideals onto other people. But then at the end of the day, if you like, their core message is that they want like every life to be equally valued, but then they take it to such an extreme where like you have to subscribe to their opinion, or otherwise like you're evil, right? It's all about like the type of people that get exposed, because some people like, if you like, a radical's a radical, right, regardless, and you can't control people that don't have a proper grasp of, like, it's not about control, but you can't control anyone else's actions, right? And you can't predict or mitigate people who don't like subscribe to like, you know, reasonable behavioral norms. For them, if like choosing violence is a norm, then like, is there really a discussion to be had? Like, is there a point to even like wanting to discuss with them? That's crazy. It's just crazy. Some people are just like absolutely insane, and society just says, like, oh, we got to be compassionate and understand that like people make mistakes. I'm just like, yeah, but like after like 4 or 5, you know, instances, you kind of can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore, right? Good job, man. You finally realized that you can push the button, like, before the wave, and not have to deal with the shenanigans. Just means we get to start with, well, spending less time on it. That's good. Oh, someone's killing the Limnuses. I forget how. Like, I'm not sure how to do it, but I know it's possible. Can I do it? Oh. Is it me or is it this person? Either way. Thank you for killing them. It's iProxy. iProxy is playing Nezha. I seem to be killing them too. You can kill Limnuses. That's funny. Oh no. Sorry if I'm not as excitable as I was last week. I'm just really, really tired. I haven't been, like, I'm a little sleep deprived and I haven't been able to recover for a little while. I think, like, being able to kill the Limnuses mitigates the problem almost indefinitely, though. But the fact that, like, only certain people can kill them is ridiculous. Yeah, I can kill them for sure. Doing about 25% of the damage. I'm carrying my weight. Okay, we got another Archon Shard, which is great. We have a Neja, a Hildren, or two Hildrens, and I think that's Gyre or Gyre. I prefer saying Gyre. That's just me. Oh, blood and oranges. I completely forgot about this. Crash game modifier. It's also a problem because like I have the understated weapon. Why? Whatever. Freedom. Ah, shoot. Just wait it. Cool. Nice. Whoever pulled that shenanigan is annoying, to say the least. Because there was no reason to start that. No reason at all. Like, it wasn't about doing damage, it was about survivability. Cool. Because I wasn't able to, like, keep myself up. I could have used Vaz, I guess. It's less fun. I guess that's why I picked Vaz altogether. Hey. Oh, whatever. I'm too tired. I need to sleep. I keep saying that, but, you know, it's whatever. I don't care anymore. You guys can handle it. I guess I could have used the boar. Love the boar in Karnan. One of my favorite guns. I just feel so little, like, need to ever use an Incarnon. Oh, someone's using the Latron Incarnon. Great gun. Beautiful weapon. I'm just not feeling Hildryn today. I almost never feel Hildryn. Like, cause I'm using her a little bit too much just to complete these challenges. But when it becomes like a little obnoxious to do otherwise, it's kind of like a catch-22. Oi, 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 where'd you go? There we go. Easy. Where am I going? Doing almost no damage. I was never really a fan of the Kuva Brahma, but I guess I could give it a try again. It's a reasonable weapon, I think, nowadays. Too much RNG. Too much RNG. Do. Been listening to a lot of Franz Ferdinand recently. And just have it, like, have a random YouTube playlist go on loop. It's alright. I mean, I can't really say much. I enjoy the songs that I enjoy. But I like more of his stuff than, or their stuff than not, which is nice. Like, for instance, while randomly listening to music, I ran into Siamese's The Wolf, which, you know, it's a really catchy tune, but like, the rest of it was kind of terrible. Like, the rest of the album is terrible. Like, it basically, like, it's slop. So, like, why... like, I guess they'll have one breakout hit and a bunch of slop. That doesn't sound very good. It's like, oh, greatest hits. I'm just like, what makes it great? It's sung by the same people. Like, none of it's catchy. All of it sounds the same. I know it's not easy, right? But, like... I don't know. My criticism is more to like whoever made those playlists. It's just like, oh, these are the greatest songs ever. I just wanna, you know. Not gotta worry about this kind of stuff. We out, we out. 14%'s not bad. It's better than 2. almost streamed for 3 hours today.
We've had a few setbacks, but we are going to crack on.
We got one of each color. That's pretty reasonable. Let's see. How much copy standing do I have?
I know what it must have cost you to bring.
Not a lot.
Yes, I'm sure. Our service is but a shadow.
I'll hit some bounties later. Just tired. I want to rest. Once we hit the 3-hour mark, I'm probably gonna cut stream. It's a Mar. It's another defense. I don't feel like it. Energy is gone. We'll finish up like some of the stuff. It's fine. I'll just play Revenant. I'll deal with the Archon himself later. Just really not in the mood.
Place in Sacred Tau if they massacre
I think that's reasonable.
We have no choice but to break them with force.
Okay, 1 tendril, 2 tendril, 3 tendril. I am not fully conscious at the moment. Just rambling about. So, this is a quick explanation on what Exterminate is about. For those who aren't aware, I just have to kill a bunch of people. Beat all of these enemies in game. They knocking one out of the will add to the count. And I need to hit, that count needs to hit 106. I think that's fairly self-explanatory. The reason why I'm doing this is I believe I'm just weakening the planet's defenses a little bit. Or not planet, but like, you know, the area's defenses, so I can go and do the defense without a hitch, thematically. I've been playing. Oh no, I've been thinking about getting back into Baldur's Gate. It hasn't been. Like I don't. It needs so much time to play. Well, like I don't know. There's just some characters that I have no interest in ever learning the story for, like Will or Minthara or Lae'zel. Like. Because, like, I encounter them so late, right? By the time I get to use them, right, I already have a full party. And I've probably already spent money at Withers to, like, respec them, you know? Maybe. And if, like, there's a class that I particularly want, that's the one I've already used. Because what, you have Shadowheart right away, so you have a healer, right, if you need a healer. Otherwise, you can just respec her into something else, you know? You run into Asterion right away, who is a twat, but, you know, is a helpful twat. And then, the Wizard Gale. After that, you run into Lae'zel. Lae'zel's really useful. because of her being a fighter. Like early and late, she's gonna always do damage. But like the thing is, her personality is really grating, and I have no intention of getting any closer. And she's really weird about how whether or not she's attracted to the main character or not. So it's just a bunch of hoo-ha. Do I do the defense? I really don't want it. Really don't want it. We'll just do something. I don't know. I need melee. Okay. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna grab Gara. Let's see if I can make Gara work. Gara shouldn't be hard to make work, right? So I need healing. Is the biggest issue I have with her. So I'm just gonna give her... Not Dante, Uriel's thing, but who's it? Oh no, I'm out of pheromones again. There we go. Don't care. I honestly don't care about any of these. Yes, Vitrify could be fun. Let's get rid of that. Okay, is it just melee? Is it just melee that I need? Tech Rot, okay. So the more specifications there are to what I need to do, the less I actually need to do. So if it's like, oh, kill melee, kill using melee abilities, you know, Tech Rot, then I only have to do like 100. The more general it is, the more things I have to do. It's more of a pain in my booty. Pretty strong. Okay, I'm out already of energy. Hit me. Where's all my energy? Hit me. Yeah, okay. Just bap them. Just bap them all. I think I do want some form of additional healing. I think I want to invert Gara's ability so I can just, you know, tap instead of having to hold it down. Can I do that now? Tap. It's definitely not as fun as, what was it called? It's definitely not as fun as, Atlas, that's for sure. Oh, hello. Let's see, let's see. That's a lot for me to read right this second. I will read in a moment. Oh, okay, you're selling me subs. Not interested, but thank you. Yeah, Gar's Lash is strong though. It's very strong. And it's not even like as strong as it could be. I'm not even using Naramon at the moment. So I'm running into combo issues. I mean, you gotta, like, first and foremost, like, you're offering, right, like, services and, like, that probably relate to just getting folk. I don't know. Like, you can claim not to be a bot message, but, like, unless I can actually have a conversation with you, it's gonna be difficult to prove that. Ow. And... like, it's... what? You're offering a service to either increase my viewer count or otherwise... oh no. Oh no, there's, like... it's a hell of a first message to get. Someone. And right now, I'm just streaming for fun at the moment. I have too much on my plate right now. Ooh, strong. Okay, come on. Let's at least try to hit the big numbers. Though I do think that streaming would be a nice way to make money. I don't think it's, like, right for me right this second. Primarily because, well, it requires a lot of free time, and I don't have enough of a viewer base to really commit to that. I need to just focus on general content creation. That much is obvious from, like, anyone's standpoint. Right, I'm here to get, like, 200 kills. Sorry, my energy level's just really low. Yeah, so the fact that they didn't stick around to say anything is like, you're no better than a bot. Right? Because, like, you know, you're not... like, just telling me that this is not a bot message does not mean it's, like, not a bot message, right? It could easily be copy and pasted. And, like, interacting with folk on Discord and Twitter is a lot of effort for someone like me. I mean, I try my best, but it doesn't mean that I'm successful. Okay. No, it's just like, what was it? It's essentially um just like a whatchamacallit. No, the what, Nigerian Prince thing all over is just like, oh, opportunities like this don't come along very often. Better jump on in on it. Nah. 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 A cumulative cartridge could be fun. Okay. I know it's not my normal 4 hours, but like I'm struggling to stay up here. I will endeavor to do my best. And that's all I can really offer all of you. I hope you enjoyed sticking around, and I will see you all next time. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.